All right, I want to make this video for Scott from Mavic Pilot. Uh, Scott, I know you have few questions about the tables used in Dashware. I'm gonna try to make this video as fast as I can. All right. First, I want to talk about okay, how do you make the conversion from the text files, flying log, that is they are txt, basically they're on your device, on your mobile device, when you make the after you make the flight. um, Basically, how I do it, instead to have to find the file in your device, in your cell phone and all that, I just create my air data account, and the air data account automatically download that from the DJI servers. But for example, if you want to do this manually, upload a text file, I'm gonna I'm gonna use sample text files that I have. Oop, no, that's not the one. Let me refresh this. Is here text file. That's a flying log that I have from an old flight that I have. Right? We upload that to Air Data. Air Data then produce this for you. I'm gonna download the CSV file that Dashware use. This is the information about the fly log in tables. So I'm gonna leave that name for the moment here, right? And then now let me show you the tables, what I'm talking about, and how this work in Dashware. In the download, if you see this file, let me open this better. We have every column have data and have a name. You see the name and how is the name. For example, this one is time on entre parentheses milliseconds. For example, another one for speed. This is they intend to be miles per hour, right? And then that's how they call it, speed underscore NPH. And there's a bunch of information here about batteries, voltage, aileron position, roll, Z speed, um, temperature, see, battery percentage, voltage for every cell independently. All this information is very complete when you compare that to the files that you are getting from your site. That, for example, I have these files here. You compare from your SRT files. You extract information from this part of the video with that, right? However, this file doesn't have as much information as the one that we download, from air data from the flying log, which is this. So this is more complete. Now, to go quickly, now Dashware, I have Dashware open here. Let's go and create a new project, whatever, let's call it Scott. I'm not gonna use any template. I just create this like that. Then we need to attach the video. I'm gonna attach my sample video that I have here, right? And then the record the converter log, which is this one. Probably it's not gonna work because I have that open already. See, it doesn't recognize. I need to close this first. Let's do something. I'm gonna duplicate this, re-downloading, and put another name just to be able to open. Let's call it number 2. It's the same data, but one is gonna be in use by Dashware, the other one is gonna be in use for me as an example. All right, now put my template, which is this one, updated. Okay. Ah, that's weird. Okay. When we have that error, let's see, we can synchronize that. Let me try that again. Yep. Okay. To fix that error, Good thing that happened. We go here. Let me open that only once. For some reason, open twice. In the data profile, open this one, and we need to make sure the time seconds it's selected. Let's see. Time seconds equal time, but this is something wrong here. There is something wrong here. This should be 1000 time seconds. There we go. And this one is correct. Yeah, that one is correct. I don't know why we have two, but that's probably the problem. This one was with 1000. Let me eliminate that one. That one is 1000 now. Okay, apply. Okay, that should fix the problem. Number 1. And here still update. Number 2, download CSV. You must map that column required time seconds. Okay, let me check that column, which this one should be. That's the problem. Time second, this should be in required. Input time seconds required. I don't know why. Apply and okay. Let's see now if it works. There we go. Now it has been fixed. I'm not sure why I have that has not been fixed in my template, but okay, we just fixed that. All right, now we need to synchronize. No, first of all, let's get my gauge, which is the DJI Imperial. Is that one is? Okay, well, the next one, this one. I put it here. Expand this. All right. Then we need to synchronize. Let me see.
Take off.
All right. It's ascending there. Now we go in the synchronize and try to match that part. I'm looking to give you an idea to synchronize. I'm looking at height, probably in the 2 or 3 feet. Come on. That's one that turn on. 2, 3. I guess that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, just for the video. Okay. Now, to explain you about the tables that we was talking now, how this works. Let me get the number 2 open. Again, we have names in the table. This table produced by Air Data. Air Data put these names, right? In the time, they select milliseconds, and they are in milliseconds here. In speed, well, they say there are miles per hour. It can be meters per second. Can be. We need to know what way to measure they are using. See, in the altitude, they are using feet. Supposed to be feet, right? Okay. The important part is these titles. For the title for every column, for every information, data information, they need to match what we have in Dashware. So what I'm talking about is that data. When we go to the data profile here, for example, and we open the data, for example, this one is an example. See, that's how the template reads the top. See, if we see each one is separated by a comma, time second, this latitude, whatever. Take a speed. Let me see which one where speed is. Whatever. Speed miles per hour. Well, this one is X speed. Is not the same one as the other one. But anyway, to give you an idea, that's how need to match the information. For example, battery power. The input is called voltage V, right? Which we need to find voltage V, and this is gonna be the voltage, right? In this case, so it's looking for this input name. If the table have a different name, then what is attached to DJI battery power is not gonna work. So because the name changed in the on the table. So in other words, if you find another converter, like the online converter that convert the, I forget the name of the files, the let's see here, the SRT files, and you convert that to GX whatever, and then you convert that from the GX whatever to CSV, and the table name change, is not gonna work in the gauge, in the DJI gauge, because I mean it can work. It's just that we need to match the whatever name that they put in the on the table. This one again, these names are coming from Dashware. So to give you an idea how that can change, if we use the converter that I mentioned in the post, you remember that I mentioned that I'm not using that anymore. Let's see where I mentioned that to explain you. See, the problem of using another method to convert the TX to CSV is that each software uses a different table name. All right, what I'm talking about is if I use, for example, in the download, I have in the sample, right? I have this fly log. If I copy that, let's create another folder, like a new folder to don't mix this, and then gonna call it test, right? And then if I go to the utility that I have for Dashware, and then the utility is this one, txt log to CSV conversion tools. I'm gonna copy this and put it in the same directory as a test here. And then I open that utility and I call this text. This is so well that look at the Windows what it's asking for. Anyway, I open the file, which is gonna be well, it's in the download. Let me see here, downloads, test, which is here. Select that file, and then I say, okay, convert that to CSV. Go. Let me go advanced. Sorry. Okay, that's good. Right now we have the CSV file. Now that file, look at the, well, okay, now that's the one. It was open. That scared me. Now, first of all, you say that, say first of all say custom and then say uptime, and this time is not in milliseconds, it's in another format. Then if we want to adapt this this file in Dashware, then we need to start by, okay, see this one that say time sec, and then the time was coming from let me see where it is. This let me see, the time was here, math calculator. The input, which was this one, see, they say time with this name, which match this, then it convert to millisecond, and then here. So if we want to use then the other one, then we need to use this name as an input, put it here, and then that was not millisecond. We need to find out which one was the time. I mean, we can put subtract or was equal or was whatever it was, you know, to equal that. So that's why when you use a different method to make the conversion, they have different names. See, for example, the lat. Actually, this one have probably even more information. If you see, this tool have even more data than the air data. But for the moment, we're gonna be using the other one because why? Because it's easier. I mean, and probably I have so much information in here that it's gonna be useless. I mean, for some people. So to simplify, I'm using just the air data. So if we wanna do a custom one for this one, I can make it later. This take forever to complete this, but I mean, we can do it later. For the moment, let's use air data. If you see, it's more, it's easier, and and we can adapt everything to this. Anyway, long story, short story. That's how that works. So we have this synchronized already.
Start record. I have headwind.
So, and this is the reason why you cannot use the other tables. So, and again, you can add more stuff here. See here, for example, this is the miles per hour to give you the logic. I double click that. See, it's looking the input values, speed, which is miles per hour. But in order to add that here, I had to add the velocity thing, which is miles per hour from here, see, in order to have that available in this list. If it's not listed here, it's not gonna work. So, and you can add it. If you wanna add something that you create brand new that is not listed here, let's create a new one, brand new one. Like going to data types, and then you go to DJI, and let's see if you don't have, I don't know, camera angle or chassis temperature or something like that, anything that you want. Let's see, chassis temperature, that doesn't exist in the table, or whatever. I mean, we want to select, like, let's see, to put something that exists. Yeah, an example, maybe battery percentage or the current. I have that already, but just trying to find something to give you an idea how to create new things. Altitude about sea level. That's a good example. Altitude about sea level. And then we can go here with chassis temperature, altitude. Let's put sea level just to, speed up. Now we have a new one under DJI, right? And then we want to add that here, right? No, what first? Instead to go here, we need to go in the data profile and add that value, which is gonna be, let's see, add input data, altitude about sea level. We need to attach that to DJI, and then in DJI we just add, I guess, altitude about sea level here, that information, right? And put it there. I'm not sure if it's gonna show there because it need to know the conversion. Let's see how it's gonna look like first. Then here, for example, I want to add that information. It's gonna be under DJI and then altitude sea level, right? And then we want to put it in a space, like say this corner, just to speed up this process. I want to add a component, and the component that's gonna be what is called a dynamic text, right? That's gonna be the value. Now we need to assign what is gonna be that value, and then we in the input, then we find altitude sea level. Probably it's not gonna work like that. Let me see, decimal inter number. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but this is just an example. And then you put a text file explaining what is this. Let's see, put it here. You can increase the size. Let's see, Arial here, the font size, like something like this, right? You put the color. Well, use your imagination here. Then you put that text, plain text, probably text here, right? and then that text, you put whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it like that. Just, you can put altitude about sea level, whatever. And then the important part is assign the value to that, which is gonna be altitude, sea level. Probably it's not gonna show anything. Yeah, no values because we need to assign the conversion in the profile, like here, like let's see about sea level, right? That's the input, but we need to tell in the math, tell that is fits. Let's see, conversion. That's not speed. That's distance. I don't know if we have one for ascent, descent, maybe. The input, it's this one. Total. No, that's not the one. Let me see which one is the one for heading gimbal. Let's see. I guess it's this one. Nope, that's not the one. This probably is distant conversion. Yep. Probably is that one, distant conversion. Let me try that one, distant conversion. This one. And then the input is this one, and then the output is gonna be altitude sea level. Sea level, right? And then this is in, I guess it's in fits. Fits to, let's put fits to fits. And then that output needs to be, put it in here, I believe. Input data, altitude sea level to DJI in here. I'm not sure. I'm just checking if this is gonna work. If not, I still need to figure that out. I mean, but it's to give you an an idea how the input data works. If I wanna call this miles per hour, then it's gonna work like miles per hour. I mean, for example.
So let's see how this goes.
But that's how dynamic information works. I really need to, play with this later. I mean, to see how it's gonna work. Same with the vertical information. I need to fix that one. It's just to give you an example how everything works attached one to each other, and why some gauges doesn't work. I mean, it's because again, the data need to be matched, with the tables and all this. For example, this one, see, they say battery voltage cell 1. So that data is attached in the profile to the battery voltage cell 1, which is coming from in the table voltage cell 1, which is, I guess, one of the in the end. See, voltage cell 1. This information is the one that's gonna be displayed there. And again, if this name doesn't match the tables, like in here, it's not gonna work. So that's why it's important match all the information. Probably now you got a better idea in how this works. And now last thing, chroma key. The thing that I was talking about, how to export just the information about the telemetry only without the video. Well, easy. You are gonna create a new gauge, right? And that gauge is gonna be whatever name. Let's call it Chroma. Probably I did it already, but Chroma key, right? Probably I'm gonna have an error that say that it already exists. Yep, let's put it Chroma key 1 just to teach you. Then here you're gonna select a new component, and it's gonna be a fill. Let's see, fill rectangle, right? You make it big, right? Then you select the color. This is the important part. Select the color. It can be blue or green. I mean, the classic, I guess, is green, like this color. I mean, like this one. I like blue. I mean, like in this tone, probably like that. And then you click OK, right? That's gonna be one component, right? And we call it chroma key. Then we go here and call it chroma. That's the one that I create, chroma key 1, right? Drag it here. And then you are gonna fill the whole screen with this. Cover everything. Come on. Like this. The whole screen, right? Make sure you cover everything. And then you go in project and then put the chroma key on top. Now you're gonna move to the top. Boom. When you put it on top, now we have just the telemetry on top of that. So you don't want the video, you want just the telemetry. Now I'm gonna save, create the video. So I'm gonna put it on the desktop. Yep, listed for Dashware. User download sample. That's the video, and then it's gonna be on the desktop. Perfect. Scott, that's the name. I'm gonna start creating the video, and let's give only a few seconds because I'm not gonna wait until everything is it's gonna take like an hour. So but if I cancel this, it's gonna save just, for example, now 12 seconds. But in the meantime, sometime when the people get the error here that need to, you know, create like a audio file or whatever, and the codec, the easiest way to install the codec is by, you know, what is called the JJ whatever. I get the J downloader, and then you go to download. My recommendation, obviously, get the one for Windows, and then download that. That is gonna be, you know, it's a downloader that basically J downloader allowed you to download like YouTube videos and stuff like that. But part of the installs from JDownloader give you this install automatically from the, let's see, to show you what I'm talking about. Let's see, no, it's not this. Probably it's in this other one. Let's see if it's in this one, JDownloader. Of course, now I cannot find it, you know, while I make this video, but anyway, it's gonna install for you one of the codec that you need for make this to work. Come on, where is? It's not probably even here. It's probably in the app data. But anyway, when you download this and install this, let's see. I have this installed already, but just so I want to show you the trick. See, it's in app data. Probably have that already downloaded, which is here probably. Come on, cannot find it anyway. One of the components, let me see. I don't want that. Decline. I don't want that. Decline. And it's installing. That's good because we are doing this part as well in the meantime. All right. So JDownloader, let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. Part of the installs. Include the let's see, probably in the settings. Sorry all this, I just want to show something important here. Probably the configuration is. I'm gonna give one more shot, if not then we keep going. Alright, let's see, I know he's here. Maybe advanced settings. Anyway, JDownloader would make the conversion is the, I guess it's called the FFmpeg something that is required sometimes for the Dashware to make converters, make conversion and codecs. And anyway, that install that manually is a headache. I mentioned here if you install JDownloaded, automatically does that for you. Anyway, I'm trying to find that, but I mean I can show you later. Anyway, what it does, JDownloader, look at what it does. You have a YouTube video, right, that you want to download, for example, whatever this, then you take the address, put it here, JDownloader, right? There you go. That's what we need. See, install FFmpeg now. That's the part you need to install. It's gonna do it automatically for you. Install now. There we go. And now you can select, see the video that I copy. Then you can select even the quality, how high quality you want it, and then you can download the video. I'm not gonna do it now, but it's just telling you what it does and you know what you can do. Anyway, long story short story, I'm gonna stop this because I don't need the wait for the whole video to show you what I have to show you. We have that. See, Scott. We have just the blue screen with the telemetry. And now, if you go to Premiere, I use Premiere. You can use DaVinci. I have DaVinci too. This case Premiere. Create a new video. Let's call it Scott. Wow, that's gonna be a long video. Import, right? Actually I'm gonna import two things: the full video, the original video, right? If you see, that doesn't have telemetry, and I'm gonna get as well the one with the telemetry that was here, which is this one. I'm gonna put it here on top, right? And now here is the trick. We need just the telemetry. We don't need the blue screen. So there is a effect called ultra key, and then let me put this bigger like this. You drag that effect to the video that have the blue screen, right? And then in the effect controls, you use the key code, the key color. You select this and touch the blue area, and boom, now we disappear the blue from this one, and we see only the other video. So if we go back, take off, we have the full quality from the original video, because you know when you process that video, as more as you process that, you lose more quality. So we have the very original video, full quality, completely full quality. And at the same time, if I disappear that like this, see, we have this telemetry at the same time. The beauty of having the telemetry separate is that you can change if you want the opacity, for example. See, we can make it more dim if you don't want to have that very bright in the screen. And you can do the same thing for individual gauges, you know, and manipulate that as you want. uh, Position, scale, you want that bigger, you know, like, let's see, you want that bigger because you want to cover the whole screen. If you see the left is touching, let's see, it's not completely centralized. See, I have a gap here. Then you can then play with the position, see, and make it perfect. That's the beauty of have separate the, see, I can go up or down. Actually, I can make an effect like appearing like this and then disappearing, you know, or whatever. Use your imagination. And from here, then when you play that, you need to make sure they are synchronized so the telemetry is completely accurate. You know. So again, you can use your imagination. That's how I do this without lose quality. Of course, this looks horrible right now. It's the original video. You can play with the, you know, with the settings, the preset. This one is my favorite, Lumetri presets. I'm sorry. Here, you can tell. Okay, give me more sharpness. Give me more basic corrections. Give me more exposure. See, in the video, more saturation if you want. Creative, you want a little bit more color. Anyway, this part is up to you. Now you have a better idea. That was a long video, but hopefully it was informative for you, and it's gonna help you with you know, your questions. Okay. Well.